If you can help it, never ever stay in the danger zone against an armed attacker. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Miami. Shows us some mugging on a sidewalk where even compliance isn't enough to keep the victim safe. Teaches us some important lessons here about transitional spaces, about verbal judo, and about getting out of the danger zone to protect yourself from a mugger. What we see here are three young cousins on the sidewalk at the very top who are walking home from the park. They are 12, 17, and 20 years old according to the news story, and this woman at random walks up to him and wants to rob him on the street, pulls a gun you can just see there, and the first guy gives her some stuff, from around his neck, and she's not okay with that. That's not enough for her. She takes a shot at the kid who's kind of inching away. Now the second kid drops his cell phone or whatever, and so they've got everything, she's got everything that she's gonna get, and she doesn't care. She's gonna take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more shots at him there, and take a total of 8, and all three of these kids have been shot. Thankfully, none of them fatally, though one was in critical condition for some time. If you go read the news story, that kid that's limping off was shot in the ankle. Now, let's back up and learn some lessons here. Let's kind of creep this in so we can see a little bit better. Hey, sometimes, you know what? It's just a transitional space issue that this is where the attacks can come from. And now you can see she's got a gun on him and she's saying, hey, give me your stuff. And if you don't have an attitude, skills, and plan to cover your asp and to counterattack in this situation, your best bet's probably just to comply, and to comply immediately. The kid that's kind of inching out of there, he's like, nah, I'm not taking her real seriously. He's just walking away or whatever. And she responds to that by shooting him, folks. And these are the kind of dangers that we can get into. Halfway resisting or trying kind of lackadaisically to escape is not the way to do it. If you're going to do it all the way. Run like heck or defend yourself like crazy. This was the opportunity right here. You see the kid threw his phone on the ground. If you wanted to make that kind of a countermeasure, you got to run like heck in that instance. You got to use that distraction to get out of the danger zone as fast as you can. But because they just walked off and kind of wandered off, she apparently took that as an affront to her personally, and because her ego was at stake there, she starts taking shots at these kids as well. Thankfully, because she was at such significant distance, she didn't do significant damage to them. Now, I want to see here that this young man's been shot in the ankle, and he at the very least, kind of comes up against this cover here and tries to use it to keep from getting shot more. That wasn't a bad strategy as well. Would have been better to get out of the danger zone quicker. Lots to learn here from this one as we attempt to cover our ASP.